I want you to stop right where you are for a moment and just think, what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about the life you have today? Is it filled with joy or is it weighed down with worries? We all go through struggles, difficult moments, and battles that no one else can see. But I'm here to tell you something that can change the way you see everything: gratitude. Yes, gratitude is the key that can unlock doors you didn't even know were there. And it starts with your perspective. Now, I know you're asking, how can gratitude really change anything? How can being thankful in the middle of my pain, my uncertainty, my struggles make any difference? Well, let me tell you, you're about to discover something that could flip your world upside down. Stay with me, because by the end of this message, you will understand that gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a powerful tool that can reshape your life and change your perspective on everything. Gratitude has a remarkable ability to shift your mindset in profound ways. When you cultivate a practice of gratitude, you begin to focus less on what you lack and more on what you already have. This change in focus can radically alter the way you experience life. In a world that constantly encourages us to strive for more success, more possessions, more attention, gratitude acts as a powerful counterbalance. It redirects your energy from longing for what's missing to appreciating what is present in your life right now. The power of gratitude lies in its simplicity. It's not a complicated process, yet it has the capacity to transform your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When you start to actively notice the good things in your life, you engage in an intentional practice of shifting your attention away from scarcity and towards abundance. Think about it, most of us are conditioned to focus on what we don't have: the next promotion, the next big purchase, the next milestone. But when we practice gratitude, we start to see that the things we are already blessed with, our health, our relationships, the opportunities that we might have overlooked, are more than enough. Psychological research supports this shift. Studies consistently show that gratitude increases happiness and life satisfaction while decreasing depression and stress. In one study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, participants who kept a daily gratitude journal reported higher levels of well-being and less negative emotion. They found that focusing on the positive aspects of their lives helped them approach challenges with a more optimistic outlook. When you practice gratitude, your brain literally rewires itself to notice the good, and in turn, this rewiring influences the way you respond to challenges and adversity. Furthermore, a mindset of gratitude empowers you to take responsibility for how you view the world. Instead of letting external circumstances dictate your emotional state, you take control by choosing what to focus on. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that life is always perfect, but it's about shifting your inner dialogue. When you focus on gratitude, even the smallest blessings can seem significant. For example, a walk in nature can feel like a gift. A cup of coffee with a loved one can feel like a moment of luxury, and even a simple conversation can become a source of joy. You begin to see that life isn't just a series of tasks to check off or problems to solve, but a series of gifts to be appreciated. Gratitude also enhances resilience. It helps you bounce back from adversity more quickly because rather than being consumed by what went wrong, you begin to see the strength that lies within you and around you. A person who consistently practices gratitude tends to interpret challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. This perspective shift can be the difference between giving up and persevering. When you face difficulties, gratitude reminds you that even in the worst of times, you have something worth holding on to, something that can guide you through the storm. By focusing on gratitude, you also begin to see life through a lens of abundance. You recognize that what you already have is more than enough to move forward. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by all the things you think you need, you feel empowered by what you've been given. Gratitude reminds you that you are not incomplete, that your life is not lacking. It can be the catalyst for a more fulfilling and content existence where the desire for more fades and the appreciation for what's here grows stronger. The transformation that comes with gratitude is not immediate, but with consistent practice, it becomes a part of your daily life. You will begin to notice subtle changes in your outlook. What once seemed like minor inconveniences become manageable, and what once felt like unmet desires shift to things you appreciate. It's a profound change, one that starts within and radiates outward. Gratitude has a profound ability to promote emotional healing, offering comfort and peace that transcend mere words of encouragement. Life often deals us difficult cards, loss, disappointment, heartache, and trials that seem unbearable. In those moments, it's easy to get consumed by the weight of our emotions, but gratitude, when practiced, can act as a healing balm. It doesn't erase the pain, but it helps us manage it by shifting our focus from the pain itself to the sources of hope and positivity that still exist in our lives. When you are going through a tough time, it's easy to fall into a negative cycle where you focus exclusively on the difficulty. But when you actively practice gratitude, you begin to see beyond the immediate pain, acknowledging even the small things you are grateful for, whether it's a supportive friend, a warm home, or the ability to breathe deeply, creates space for emotional healing. This process doesn't mean that everything is suddenly okay, but it gives you the strength to carry on and a renewed perspective on your circumstances. Research into psychological and emotional effects of gratitude consistently demonstrates that it reduces the negative emotional impact of stress, anxiety, and depression. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that individuals who practiced gratitude had a significant reduction in depressive symptoms and a marked improvement in their overall mood. People who kept gratitude journals in particular reported feeling more optimistic and less distressed. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, they were better able to process their emotions in a healthier way, leading to better emotional regulation and overall well-being. Practicing gratitude during emotional turmoil is not about denying the reality of the situation or pushing aside genuine feelings of grief or pain. It's about adding balance to those emotions. Life's trials will still be there, but gratitude shifts your emotional equilibrium, helping you find strength and resilience in the midst of hardship. By recognizing the blessings you have, no matter how small, they start to outweigh the feelings of loss and despair that might initially seem overwhelming. The emotional benefits of gratitude aren't only about decreasing negative emotions, they also increase positive emotions. Research shows that gratitude boosts feelings of joy, contentment, and love. It activates the brain's reward system and triggers the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, both of which are associated with happiness and well-being. This neurochemical shift reinforces the emotional healing process, allowing individuals to feel uplifted even when faced with adversity. Gratitude also provides a sense of control. Life can feel chaotic and unpredictable, especially when you're dealing with pain or trauma. But by choosing to focus on gratitude, you are taking an active step to regain some of that control. You decide where to place your attention. In a world that often feels out of our hands, practicing gratitude offers a sense of agency and a reminder that even in the hardest of times, we have the power to choose how we view our situation. Beyond the immediate emotional benefits, gratitude has long-term effects on mental health as well. Studies have shown that gratitude can build resilience over time. People who make gratitude a regular part of their lives tend to experience fewer instances of stress, and they are more equipped to cope with future challenges. This emotional resilience is invaluable when it comes to facing life's inevitable setbacks. Rather than being consumed by hardship, individuals who practice gratitude are more likely to remain grounded, maintain their sense of purpose, and move forward with hope. In summary, gratitude doesn't just serve as a temporary reprieve from emotional pain, it fosters a deeper, long-term emotional healing process. It helps individuals reconnect with themselves, heal from emotional wounds, and build resilience against future challenges. Through the practice of gratitude, emotional healing can take place one moment at a time. offering peace and strength that guide you through life's toughest season. Gratitude enhances resilience in powerful ways, enabling individuals to navigate life's challenges with greater strength and perseverance. When we face difficulties, whether personal setbacks, loss, or hardship, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of our circumstances. However, gratitude offers an alternative response, shifting our focus from what is wrong to what is still right. By consistently practicing gratitude, we build an internal foundation that allows us to weather storms more effectively. Research indicates that people who regularly practice gratitude tend to be more resilient when confronted with stress and adversity. A study published in Personality and Individual Differences found that individuals with high levels of gratitude experienced better emotional regulation and were more likely to recover from traumatic events. This resilience comes from the mindset that even in the face of difficulty, there is still something valuable in life worth appreciating. Whether it's support from loved ones or the simple act of waking up each day, gratitude helps individuals realize that they can survive and thrive despite challenges. In addition to fostering emotional strength, gratitude also builds mental toughness. By focusing on the positive aspects of life, we train ourselves to see opportunities where others might only see obstacles. Resilient individuals are not immune to hardship, but they are better equipped to cope with it. Gratitude becomes the lens through which they view adversity less as a roadblock and more as an opportunity for growth. This mental shift allows them to maintain optimism, find solutions, and keep moving forward in the face of uncertainty. Incorporating gratitude into our daily lives enhances our ability to bounce back from setbacks, offering both emotional and mental strength that can make all the difference when life throws us off course. Gratitude plays a significant role in enhancing relationships by fostering deeper connections and creating a cycle of positive interaction. In a world where people often feel disconnected or misunderstood, the simple act of showing appreciation can bridge gaps, strengthen bonds, and create a foundation for mutual respect and care. When we express gratitude, we communicate not only our thanks, but also our recognition of the value someone brings to our lives. This acknowledgement strengthens our connections, fostering a sense of belonging and trust. One of the most powerful ways gratitude impacts relationships is by making others feel seen and valued. In a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, researchers found that people who express gratitude to others experience stronger feelings of closeness and connection. When someone takes the time to express genuine gratitude, it serves as a reminder to the other person that they matter. This small yet powerful act can have an outsized impact, enhancing not only personal relationships, but also professional ones. Gratitude helps break down walls that might otherwise prevent deeper, more meaningful interactions. In relationships, it's easy to take others for granted, especially when life becomes busy or stressful. The routine of daily interactions can cause us to overlook the little things that others do for us. But when we actively practice gratitude, we become more attuned to the efforts and contributions of those around us. This heightened awareness allows us to respond with appreciation, creating a positive feedback loop. The more we express gratitude, the more the other person feels valued, and in turn, they are more likely to express gratitude toward us. This exchange deepens the emotional connection, creating a cycle of positive reinforcement where both individuals feel supported and cherished. Gratitude also fosters empathy, as it encourages us to put ourselves in others' shoes and recognize the efforts they make on our behalf. Whether it's a partner who helps with household chores or a friend who listens during tough times, expressing gratitude helps us recognize the sacrifices and kindnesses that might otherwise go unnoticed. This empathy strengthens our relationships by making us more attuned to the emotional needs of others, allowing us to offer support and understanding when it's most needed. Furthermore, expressing gratitude in relationships reduces the likelihood of resentment or misunderstandings. When we fail to express appreciation, we may begin to take others' actions for granted, leading to feelings of frustration or neglect. In contrast, gratitude fosters open communication and mutual appreciation, allowing issues to be addressed before they escalate into conflict. For instance, if one partner feels unappreciated for their efforts, a simple expression of gratitude can diffuse tension and create an opportunity for dialogue. By acknowledging the positive contributions of others, gratitude helps maintain harmony and prevent emotional distance in relationships. Research has also shown that gratitude can enhance relationship satisfaction. A study in the Journal of Marriage and Family found that couples who expressed gratitude toward each other reported higher levels of relationship satisfaction and emotional well-being. The act of expressing gratitude creates an environment where love, affection, and respect can flourish. It shifts the focus from what's lacking in the relationship to what is already abundant, creating a more positive outlook and reinforcing the bond between individuals. Moreover, gratitude can extend beyond the immediate relationship and impact the broader social network. By expressing gratitude to friends, family, and colleagues, we create an atmosphere of mutual respect and care that encourages further acts of kindness. These positive interactions create a ripple effect where gratitude becomes contagious, encouraging others to express appreciation in their own relationships and fostering a more supportive, connected community. In relationships, gratitude doesn't just improve the immediate connection between individuals, it strengthens the foundation of trust and respect on which healthy, long-lasting relationships are built. By making gratitude a regular part of our interactions, we can deepen our emotional bonds, enhance our empathy, and create an environment where love and support can thrive. Whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or professional connections, gratitude is a key ingredient that nurtures the mutual respect and appreciation necessary for meaningful and enduring relationships. Gratitude has the ability to lead to greater fulfillment, not because it removes all of life's challenges, but because it shifts our perception of them. In a society that often encourages people to constantly strive for more, whether it's more material possessions, more recognition, or more success, it's easy to become trapped in the cycle of desire. This constant chasing of what's next can leave us feeling empty, as if we're always running towards something but never quite reaching it. Gratitude, however, pulls us out of that cycle and helps us focus on what we already have, fostering a deeper sense of contentment. When we practice gratitude, we begin to recognize that fulfillment does not lie in the accumulation of more things, but in the appreciation of what we already possess. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing to what's present. It helps us acknowledge the abundance in our lives, whether it's our relationships, our health, our abilities, or even the small, everyday moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. Instead of feeling dissatisfied with what we lack, we feel enriched by what we already have. This perspective brings a profound sense of peace, as it allows us to enjoy the present moment without constantly longing for something else. Studies have shown that gratitude can significantly increase overall life satisfaction. Research published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that individuals who practice gratitude report higher levels of well-being and a greater sense of happiness. People who keep gratitude journals or regularly express thankfulness experience less stress and anxiety as they focus on the positives rather than dwelling on perceived shortcomings. The act of giving thanks, whether for something as significant as a supportive friend or as simple as a beautiful sunset, creates an emotional environment of contentment and fulfillment. Gratitude also provides a sense of perspective that helps put life's struggles into context. In the midst of challenges, it can be difficult to see beyond the immediate obstacles in front of us. However, when we focus on what we're grateful for, we're able to shift our attention away from the difficulties and see the bigger picture. Life is full of ups and downs, but gratitude reminds us that even in tough times, there are things worth appreciating. This ability to see beyond the hardships and focus on what's good in our lives can be incredibly fulfilling, as it reminds us that there is always something to be thankful for, even in the darkest of moments. The fulfillment that comes from gratitude isn't just emotional, it also has tangible benefits. Gratitude encourages us to form deeper connections with others as we acknowledge the people who bring value to our lives. Relationships built on mutual appreciation are more likely to thrive, as gratitude creates a sense of emotional intimacy and trust. Furthermore, gratitude encourages a greater sense of well-being, as people who practice it regularly report feeling more positive, more connected, more engaged with life. This emotional fulfillment translates into a more content and satisfying existence, where we no longer feel as though we're chasing after an elusive sense of happiness. When we embrace gratitude, we also begin to feel more fulfilled in our day-to-day lives. Small moments that we might have once overlooked, like sharing a laugh with a friend, enjoying a meal, or watching the sunset, become sources of joy and contentment. These everyday experiences, when viewed through the lens of gratitude, become the building blocks of a fulfilled life. We start to realize that happiness doesn't lie in distant goals or far-off desires. It is found in the here and now, in the simple things that surround us every day. By recognizing the abundance we already have, gratitude helps us resist the temptation to constantly compare ourselves to others. In a world where social media and external pressures often promote a sense of inadequacy, gratitude reminds us to focus on what's uniquely fulfilling in our own lives. We stop measuring our worth by external standards and instead find value in what we already possess, be it our personal growth, our relationships, or the small victories that make each day meaningful. This perspective allows us to live more fully as we stop waiting for more to feel satisfied and start appreciating the richness of the present moment. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a practice that leads to greater fulfillment. By regularly focusing on what we're grateful for, we train our minds to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in perspective creates a deep sense of contentment as we begin to recognize that fulfillment comes not from external achievements or possessions, but from within. The more we practice gratitude, the more we realize that our lives are already full of the things that truly matter. Gratitude is a transformative practice that can bring about a lasting shift in how we view the world around us. It shapes not just our immediate perspective, but can alter our long-term approach to life. When we incorporate gratitude into our daily routine, it expands our awareness of the positive aspects of our lives. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing the world through a lens of lack, focusing on what we don't have or what we still need. But gratitude helps to reframe this perception, prompting us to look at life through a lens of abundance instead. The power of gratitude comes from its ability to make us appreciate the small, often overlooked things that make life meaningful. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our face, the laughter of a child, or a conversation with a friend, these seemingly minor experiences are, in fact, the building blocks of a fulfilling life. Practicing gratitude allows us to focus on these moments, helping us realize that joy doesn't always come from grand achievements or material success. By cultivating gratitude, we open ourselves up to appreciating life in all its forms. Psychological research has shown that gratitude has a profound impact on our mental well-being. One study published in Psychological Science found that people who practiced gratitude regularly had improved overall emotional health, reported fewer symptoms of depression, and were more resilient to stress. When we take time to reflect on the things we are thankful for, we shift our mindset, reducing the tendency to ruminate on negative thoughts. This shift in thinking encourages a more positive outlook, which in turn can help us deal with the ups and downs of life with greater ease and grace. In addition, gratitude allows us to see life as a collection of interconnected experiences rather than isolated events. When we practice gratitude, we begin to understand that the challenges we face are part of a larger narrative, one that includes both the highs and lows. This perspective makes us more resilient as we recognize that difficult times often lead to growth and learning. Instead of viewing setbacks as defeats, we begin to see them as opportunities to cultivate greater strength, wisdom, and compassion. Gratitude helps us understand that each experience, even the challenging ones, adds value to our lives. Furthermore, practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what is wrong to what is right in our lives. This shift is essential in a world where we are constantly bombarded with negative news, external pressures and self-criticism. By intentionally focusing on what we're grateful for, we learn to silence the inner voice that tells us we're not enough or that we haven't achieved enough. Gratitude reminds us that we are worthy, valuable, and capable just as we are. It fosters self-compassion, enabling us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and care that we show to others. The practice of gratitude also encourages us to develop a deeper connection with the world around us. As we become more mindful of the things we appreciate, we cultivate a greater sense of presence and awareness. Instead of rushing through our day focused only on tasks or problems, we start to notice the beauty of the world around us, the colors of the sky, the sounds of nature, the simple joy of a quiet moment. This mindfulness helps us feel more connected to both ourselves and the world, fostering a sense of peace and belonging that transcends the distractions and pressures of daily life.
By incorporating gratitude into our daily lives, we start to see the world not as something that happens to us, but as a series of opportunities for growth, connection, and appreciation. This perspective opens up new avenues for joy, contentment, and fulfillment. Gratitude shifts our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, allowing us to experience life in a richer, more meaningful way. Through this practice, we not only improve our emotional well-being, but also create a deeper, more lasting connection with ourselves, others, and the world around us.